Hello, everybody. It is I, Friendly Neighborhood INFP. Another late night episode. I haven't done one of these in, let's see here, looking at. The last time I did one of these was in August. Okay, so then before that, I did one in June. So I skipped July. Maybe if I do one of these a month. Or whenever I just have something to say. Anyways, that doesn't matter. What I wanted to talk about today was a bit of my past. You're gonna learn just a little bit about me. You're gonna learn about me in junior high to be specific. There has been a pressing thought in my head that I have been wondering about for many, many years. And that is the question, why did I run? Why did I always run? So, a bit of background information. I am kind of shy. And I was even more shy back then. So, a lot of you may be like, oh, well, obviously that's why you ran. Because you were shy. And, okay, sure. But, I feel it's a little extreme now that I'm an adult thinking about it. And to give context, I lived beside two schools when I was in junior high. I lived beside a Catholic school, and then a block away from that Catholic school was the school I went to, which was the public school. Vincent Massey Junior High, I believe it was called. And I, at least on the part of the Catholic school, there was the queen bee of the Catholic school who, at the time, took interest in me and tried to, I guess, hook up with me. I don't really know. The point is for 3 years I avoided her, successfully, I might add. She would try a whole bunch of tricks. I would always break through them. And it wasn't that she was ugly or anything. Like I said, she was the queen bee of the school, freaking high up there. But part of the reason why I probably avoided her was because I was crushing on this other girl named Becky. And I didn't want, I guess, that whole INFP loyalty kicked in, and I didn't want anything to get in the way of that and my feelings towards Becky. It was weird because even my thing with Becky never went anywhere. My thing with anyone never really went anywhere, which is what I'm trying to say here. So, there was an incident in said school. It happened after Valentine's. And this was when, people were ripping CDs, going on to places like Napster, Livewire, especially Napster. Napster was super popular back then. And then there was another program, but that I can't remember. It was Napster, this other program, and then a few years later on, it became Livewire, and then it became something else. But that doesn't matter. So I had put together a bunch of love songs, and I had, I think, written a poem? Did I write a poem? I can't remember if I wrote a poem or not. That was probably not when I started writing poems. I started writing poems when I was in high school, so I probably didn't write a poem, but I did definitely write a letter. I'm pretty sure I wrote a letter. Don't quote me on that, because I don't remember. But I do know that I made the CD and I got her a box of Valentine's chocolates. Super sappy, I know. Even I'm going, oof. And so I had sought out to find her, and I found out that she was in the gym, and I had asked the other girls, and somehow my resolve there weakened. And when they're like, oh, do you want us to get Becky for her? I'm like, no, just tell me where her stuff is. And they're like, oh, well, it's over there. And I'm like, okay, well, I'm just gonna put this stuff over here. And then I bolted. I was out of there. I was gone. I was like, see ya. I was probably blushing like a madman. I was probably feeling super embarrassed. And emotions, hormones, everything just pretty much get the heck out of Dodge. Was it the smartest decision? Perhaps not, but it's what happened. This is the background information as to what the story that is about to be. The one that I have consistently throughout the years wondered about. So about a week after Valentine's Day, maybe a little bit further, but it wasn't like a terrible amount of time after Valentine's Day. And I get told by a person who I no longer trusted that a group of girls were looking for me in the library. I did not trust this person, and I did not believe this person because this was a guy who constantly played tricks on me and played pranks on me. And after a while, you're just like, okay, well, is he crying wolf? Probably. So you no longer believe them. And I enter the library because that's, as an introvert, where I spent a large majority of my time. Like, a gratuitous amount of my time was spent in the library. Probably, like, if I wasn't in class, I was in the library. That's, like, it was class, library, and there was practically no in between, except for the time when the teachers forced me to have therapy. But that's a different story, and that therapy didn't really work out because it was dumb in the first place, but different story altogether. I may or may not tell it. The point is, I open the door to the library, and I see a group of girls, more than 5, definitely more than 5. Remember, Becky was also one of the more popular girls at the school at the time. And, there was, I know there was more than 5. I do not know the exact number. I just know there was more than 5. And they all turn to look at me. Like, some kind of owl or hawk eyeing their prey. And I'm staring at them, they're staring at me, I'm staring at them, they're staring at me. And I'm like, oh, okay. And so I close the door, and they're already coming towards me. And I'm like, okay, well, it's time to go. Remember, previous to this, I had also been avoiding the girl on the Catholic school, that was like literally right next to this school. And so I had this habit of avoiding a person already, and now there's a group of them coming towards me because, once again, I was avoiding the other one and her group. And basically I was just like, okay, run. And so I ran out, I closed the door, started running, and I had a split second to choose between going down the stairs to the right or to the left, which led outside. I went, of course, outside. I thought I had a better chance, which I did. And I'm running, and there's this one girl who was freakishly fast, and she was about to catch up to me, even though I was running like as fast as I possibly could. And I was probably was I carrying a backpack? No, this was lunchtime. I probably wouldn't. Wait, actually, no, I did carry my backpack everywhere I went. I might have been carrying a backpack. I can't remember. Doesn't matter. And so she's about to catch up to me. She's about to grab me. And the bell rings. And it was one of those literal Saved by the Bell moments. Now, the point of this story that I'm telling you from my past is, why did I run? I still, to this day, do not know why I ran. I don't know why I ran, and I don't know what they wanted to me. Those are the two things that maybe when I die, I'll find out what they wanted to know. Or what they wanted from me, and why I ran. And like, now that I've like grown older and had like absolutely zero success, I've been thinking back on previous things of, reflecting, because, that's something we INFPs do. We reflect. And do I think any of them will ever see these videos? No. It would be a miracle. And not that and probably all the same age as me, which means they're likely all already married, or have I am. It's easier for me to remember that than it is for them to potentially remember everyone they've ever come across. What did I leave a significant impact on them? I don't know. It doesn't matter. The point I'm trying to get at is, why did they follow me? What did they want from me? And why did I run? What? Like, they weren't running until I started running. They just wanted to talk. And I was warned that they were, looking for me. I just didn't believe him. And I didn't know. And I guess part of it was like, because it came so close to Valentine's Day, that part of that embarrassment, like, part of me probably felt that they wanted to ask about my feelings towards Becky at the time, and I did not want to go through that embarrassment. That is a potential thing of it. I don't know. I will likely never know. Maybe when I die I'll know, but like, how was I so shy, so socially awkward, so anxious that I thought that the best idea was to. It was like one of those commercials too, like like way back when in the early 2000s and even the 90s, where the kids trying to run away from the group of girls, and they're like, "This kid needs more of this. Don't be like this kid." And the girls catch up to him and start doing girly things. These girls weren't like trying to do girly things or anything like that to me. This was more. I would have been what, 13, 14 at the time, around there. This is when hormones are just starting to kick in. This is when feelings of romance are just starting to kick in. This is when that whole mess of being a teenager starts picking up. And apparently my response to all of it was, get the heck out of Dodge. Is it a regret? Perhaps a little bit. It's more, I guess, been an idle curiosity. It's been one of those things where it maybe it's bothered me for so many years, because it's been like one aspect of my life that I haven't been able to figure out. Like, other aspects, I know perfectly well why I did something, why other people did something. I knew the X to the Y, the A to the B. I knew the reasons for myself, the reasons for the others. I knew essentially, I had a fair sense of self-awareness about myself and, others. This was a case where I know nothing, and maybe that has bugged me, and it doesn't really, matter all that much, but like, man, why did I run? If you guys have any theories aside from it being, oh, well, you're just a teenager and being shy and all of that, if you have any theories, especially like as women, or people who have experienced something similar, well, do let me know down below. But yeah, I wanted to ramble about this because it has been a very big curiosity for me. So yeah, that is it for today's episode, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.